Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-December 2021 reading for the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I will give you the meaning of the tarot cards as well as any intuitive messages that I receive. However, if this video doesn't resonate with you, I do also recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. In the first column, we're going to take a look at what energies are wrapping up, things that are coming to a close. So likely this is things that have happened in the last few weeks or month potentially. We're going to pull an affirmation card that also serves as a summary. I will inspire. Likely, Scorpio, you've been having to do some to inspire yourself, or you've been inspiring those around you. But let's take a look and see what messages are out there. The first card we have is the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is a card of waiting for results or potentially having to make a choice. So you see this person staring off and they're waiting. Or we have the Two Wands, which could indicate two different choices. So you may have had to make a choice, or there could just be something you're waiting for. This is also a card of travel, so in some cases you may have traveled or made plans to travel, Scorpio. Then we have the Three of Cups. This is a card of friendship, celebration. There's a circle of support. So some of you very well could have been celebrating something recently, or just really being supported by your circle of support, which is nice. Then we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a card of giving or receiving help. There's a fine balance, of course, of giving and receiving, but very much so a card of generosity. So you might have found that you've done something very generous for somebody, Scorpio, or in return somebody has done something quite generous for you. Let's clarify the messages that are coming through here, though, and see what we have. The first card we have is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a card of partnership. It's a card of very deep love. There's strength together in this card. Makes sense because we did have just our circle of support card. The Lover's card, though, oftentimes could also indicate a choice. Sometimes there is a decision associated with the Lover's card. So we do have two decision cards together. Some of you could also be traveling with your lover, which is quite exciting, especially going into the end of the year. Maybe you're going to go visit family or just take a vacation. We have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a card, a really bold card. It's a card of leadership, of power, of charm, of courage. I do think that your circle of support sees you as this King of Wands, this very bold person. You're very powerful. You're very encouraging. You're very charming. And I think people really take your advice seriously. So maybe it's been you supporting your circle, or your circle supporting you. But I do feel like people look to you for inspiration on certain things. So you might have had a lot of people coming to you for advice, Scorpio, in the last few weeks. Then we again have the Two of Wands. Again, more waiting, or possibly having to make a choice. With the Generosity card, I feel like some of you could have been waiting for some sort of money situation. The nice thing is that this is in the past, so likely you've gotten this money or whatever this you've been waiting for. It does feel financial, Scorpio, so I feel like some of you have been waiting for a check or waiting for a paycheck or waiting for a donation or something along those lines. If it hasn't happened already, Scorpio, I would say that it will happen quite quickly for you. So now let's take a look at what's coming in the next few weeks. So this is going to take us through the end of December. We have the card I Am Gifted. So we're going to take a peek at what is going to happen in the next few weeks. Scorpio, you are very gifted. I feel like we've had this card multiple times, so I'm just going to keep telling you how gifted you are, because that message likes to come through for you. Alright, so we have two major arcana to start with. We have the World card. I really like the World card. It's about completing a goal or completing a lesson. It could also be travel. Definitely travel is happening for some of you, but very much so a card of completion. The world has gone full circle, if you will. So you could be completing a project, you could be completing school, you could be completing a fitness program. Frankly, you could be completing 2021 and going into 2022, but there's some sort of cycle or period or project that's coming to an end for you. Then we have the Chariot. Like the Chariot card, somebody once described this to me as the Vroom Vroom card. It just means things are moving. This is action, this is change, this is being on a new journey. In some cases, some of you might actually getting a new vehicle, which is super exciting. But the Chariot card, the Chariot is like leaving this beautiful city and castle behind. And for some of you, you might not feel like you know where you're going. And I want you to take this message as it's okay, because the Chariot's going to take you to the appropriate place. It always does. So something's moving, something's shaking. Maybe you finish this new thing and something new is coming. Just know you're going in the right direction. Solidifying the sense of newness, we have the Ace of Wands here at the bottom. Anytime we have an Ace card, it is a card of new. So in this case, this is like a new project, new inspiration to create, very creative energy. So I feel like whatever's ending is opening you up for something new. You're going to be taking on something new. But let's clarify this message. The first card we have is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is very curious. Sometimes it could be gossip or like spying eyes or looking for truth. Maybe you got truth on something, Scorpio, and now there's like closure. It's complete. Or you've been like investigating something and this cycle of investigation is complete. Very much still the message of complete coming through, even with the Page of Swords. Something is done here. Then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-sufficient and very honest. I like this because remember we were just saying you may not know where you're going, but somebody who's self-sufficient just kind of inherently knows that you're doing right. So I feel like with the Queen of Swords, this is you. You are self-sufficient. It's very honest. And as you have questions about where you're going, just know that you know, Scorpio, what you need to do. Then we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. It's very much so material abundance and good health. I think you're creating this new abundance for yourself. You're creating abundance. You're creating whatever you've been wishing for. You could be creating a new healthy life cycle or lifestyle. It feels really good though with the Nine of Cups there. This is all things good, health, wealth, abundance, happiness. Let's take a look at our next column though. This is going to be specific to money. So this could be finance, this could be your job, this could be investments that you have, businesses that you run, really anything that touches money. The first card we have is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is very free-spirited and very creative. Creative keeps coming through for you. I think you're going to be more creative in the way that you're doing work is the message. You could be more creative in how you're running your business. You could be more creative in how you're investing your money. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. This is a great card you have in the work money column. This is about mastering your craft, enjoying your employment. With the Eight of Pentacles, you're very skilled and very good at what you're doing. So I see this as a very hard-working card, and this is hard work that's appreciated. And we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is having two choices. You might be trying to decide between something. You could also be like weighing out things, weighing out your options, or it could be multitasking. Multitasking seems to be what's sticking with me here. Some of you could have a decision, but I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to be potentially juggling multiple things. So it could be projects at work. It could be hiring new employees. Could be trying to sell or offer multiple products or services. I just feel like there's like some juggling of work and energy there, Scorpio. But let's clarify and see what additional messages we have here. We have the Moon card. The Moon card is a card oftentimes of voluntary change or trusting your intuition. We did touch on your intuition a little bit earlier in this reading. But with it being on top of the Knight of Wands, I would say that you need to like be open in the way that you're thinking about things, be creative in the way that you're thinking about things, and kind of trust your intuition as you go through these changes. With this creative card, what I'm getting is like you're going to be doing things differently than you were doing before. So do trust your intuition as you kind of navigate this sense of newness, that new way of operating. Then we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional. It's very strategic. It's very thoughtful. I feel like this is just solidifying that you're doing good work. You're thoughtful in the way you're working. You're strategic in the way you're working. You do need to be creative in the way that you're working. But this is like it's a good card to have. I do feel like whatever you're doing is long-term as well. When I see the King of Swords, it feels long-term. So I feel like as of right now, you're setting yourself up for long-term success, Scorpio, with whatever your work, money, career, investment situation is. Then we have the Two of Cups. This is a very romantic card typically, but it's also a card of partnership and proposal. Some of you could be getting a new business partner or some sort of new business proposal. So we have the twos together with the Two of Pentacles. Again, this is like having to weigh things out or having to make a decision. What I'm getting is like you may have to decide on a new business partner or who to hire or kind of what direction you want to go. So I'm feeling that this is decision related, but there will be some sort of partnership. So it could be bringing somebody else onto your team, or working with somebody to make this decision, but it feels collaborative. It feels teamwork like, so multiple parties involved. Overall, things look good for money. I don't have any major red flags there for you. So it looks good, Scorpio. In the next column, let's talk about love. This could be family. This could be your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend. It could be family, children, really anything related to love. The first card that we have is the Four of Pentacles. This can be a greedy card, but oftentimes this is a card of desiring, wanting long-term security. So whether you're in a relationship or you're single, what I'm getting is that you really want long-term security right now. Again, you could want that from your current partner, or if you're single, it could just be something that you want. We have the Page of Swords. This is again like that very curious person. I feel like some of you are feeling very curious right now. For those of you who are single, I feel like you will be getting out, meeting new people. This could be like gossip or seeking truth though. We'll clarify what message comes through there. And then we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions or isolation. So with this card, you see that there's all these swords stabbed in the ground, and this person is like bound up and their eyes are blindfolded. But like there are swords everywhere, so they could very easily like scoop back and cut themselves free. So what I'm getting is that if you want a relationship, I feel like you can very easily have it, but you're kind of limiting yourself. I do feel like that's true too for the next chapter in life. Like maybe you're more worried about gossip or something along those lines that's like prohibiting you from moving forward into this next chapter. The nice thing about the Eight of Swords though is like you can kind of use this as a warning sign, Scorpio, and you can make sure that you're not questioning yourself and that you're not limiting yourself when we have that card. So let's clarify this column and see what we have. Okay, the first card we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is going within for clarity. It's very much so being on a quest. Oftentimes you're looking for something spiritual or looking for like a personal truth is a way to put that. So it's about going within. He's holding the little light. So this is knowing kind of about your inner light and where to take you. I feel like this makes sense because you're trying to figure out what you want long-term, Scorpio. So I do feel like you're in this point of trying to figure out what you want long-term. We have the Empress card next. This is a card of creation. This is a card of fertility and pregnancy as well. So for those of you hoping to expand your family, I do think that this is a good sign for you. But this goes back to like knowing what you want and asking for what you want. I would say that you have the ability to create whatever this relationship is. So like you're kind of in this waiting point and I feel like you can move forward from it. But the choice is kind of yours is what I'm getting, Scorpio. Then last but not least, we have the Ace of Swords at the bottom. This is a new card. Anytime we have an ace, it's a newness. Typically this is new idea or new mental clarity. Mental clarity is coming through twice in this reading, so you definitely want to be making sure that you're using your intuition. But again, this is you potentially holding yourself back from whatever this thing is that you want. So just make sure you're not limiting yourself, Scorpio. In the last column, let's take a look at our message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the affirmation card, I am a voice. Make sure you're using your voice. I just told you that, to ask for what you want, and you can create what you want, Scorpio. But let's look and see what some advice you can take into the remainder of December with you. The first card we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a very nostalgic card. Some of you could be doing some reflection. This is also a card of gifts. You see this person is handing the other person a cup with a flower in it. It could also be reunion, so people coming back together. Of course, we'll clarify that message a little bit more. Then we have the Five of Swords. This typically is not a very good relationship. This is kind of like a bully or a violent or abusive person. So typically Five of Swords just indicates some sort of not very good relationship. We'll clarify that as well. You could be like reconnecting with somebody that was not previously very good to you. I feel like somehow you are going to be reconnecting, but it's going to be kind of short-lived if I'm being honest, Scorpio. We have the Six of Swords. So I like the Six of Swords, but if you see these people, their backs are to us, their heads are hanging low, kind of seems like a sad card. Then you have all these swords stuck into the boat. The nice thing about the Six of Swords, though, is this is a necessary transition. You're moving away from something that's no longer serving you. The boat is moving forward in a positive manner. So what I'm getting is that you are going to be reconnected with somebody from the past that wasn't very good, and you're like, nah, keep going. So I don't think you'll be reconnected for very long. Of course, we'll clarify that message. Some of you could actually be physically moving as well, too, with that card. So we did the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is about having boundaries, setting and keeping boundaries. So with the Nine of Wands, we have all these wands stuck into the ground. And this person's here just like kind of defending themselves. The nice thing about the Nine of Wands, though, this is more of a fence than a wall. And what I mean by that is a wall would block everything out. Both wands, you can kind of filter what's coming into you. So you're only letting in things that are good for you, and you kind of are filtering out the bad. My message for you is as you reconnect with this person, make sure you have very clear boundaries. Likely boundaries will be crossed, and that's why this reunion will end quite promptly, but we'll see how it goes. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is like leaving a legacy. This can be an inheritance or retirement. So I would just say that this is saying that there is no future with this person that you're being reunited with. It's fine to reconnect. I just don't see it going anywhere meaningful for you, Scorpio. Then we have the Three of Wands, and this is a card of expansion and travel. So again, I feel like we will be moving away from whatever this person is. Some of you may actually physically be moving again. Moving did come through twice there, so there's a chance some of you will move at the end of the year. Overall, things look really good, Scorpio. At this time, if you still have questions, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have questions in mind, you can pause this video really quick though and think of them. But for question 1, we have the Five of Diamonds. This is the number 28 card. That's going to be a yes. For question number 2, we have the Nine of Hearts. This is number 16 card. That is also a yes. And then we have the Jack of Hearts, the number 22 card. I would say that this is a yes too. So all 3 yeses, Scorpio. Yes, yes, yes. Especially yes if related to money. 2 of those very closely aligned to money. If you watched your earlier December video, I always do pull a card from the Healing Stones deck. This is a crystal that you can carry with you throughout the month. Keep it in your pocket, put it on your desk at work, put it on your nightstand. The card that you got before was turquoise. This continues to be your crystal for the month. Turquoise is a card of self-responsibility. It helps you forge your own destiny. Very much so helps you say no as well, Scorpio. I don't typically do this, but I am going to pull a card from the Let Go deck. Since we're at the end of the year, we really do need to work on letting go of 2021 and moving into 2022. So let's take a look at your Let Go message. reach, stretch, breathe, believe. What can you let go of to feel maximum joy? And last but not least, we're going to pull a note from the Healing Notes deck, because we could always use more healing. The note says, I wish for you comfort, love, and hope. If you ever feel down or blue, please let me help you cope. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear how this video resonates with you. And then if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Scorpio. Make sure you finish out 2021 strong, and I'm looking forward to 2022 with you.